Live. There we go. We're live. Hello,
We are on
everybody.
the internet.
We're on the internet. Only a little bit late. Sorry about that.
It's my fault, as always.
It's always Sinner's fault.
Oh yeah.
While I make the stream look nice, why don't you go ahead and introduce our special guest?
Okay, yes. As you all watching this know, Panic and I are two of the Tokyo Podfathers, and today we are joined by a Tokyo Pod brother, my brother, uh, who, for the purpose of protecting his identity, will be going by Rolu.
Hello, everyone.
I have mentioned him briefly in the past on these streams as we have watched a pretty good amount of season 4 together. When you haven't been at college,
Yeah.
and so we're excited to have you on and get your thoughts on everything, I guess, about the series from the beginning up to now, whatever you want to share as
Yeah.
someone who is like not as much in the anime sphere as we are, because we spent a long time on one of the earlier streams this season talking about how much of like a phenomenon Attack on Titan is, to the point that like even people like you who have watched a little bit of anime but very little are like all in on it.
Yeah, I was. My first line of questioning would be trying to gatekeep a little bit. How much of a veteran anime watcher are you?
Let's see. So I've seen obviously Attack on Titan. I'm a big fan of Hunter x Hunter, and then um, Simerson and I watched a bunch of stuff together. Some of it escapes me. We watched a bit of JoJo, which wasn't really much to my liking.
Good
We
man.
watched. I think we watched a few like Magical Girls series, which
We
were
watched
entertaining.
Madoka together.
Yeah. Um,
That's a very wholesome show to watch with your family.
Oh, definitely. Um,
yeah.
Hunter x Hunter was definitely the big one that we watched. What, when you were in middle school?
That was like 18th grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. Definitely my favorite though. Well,
Yeah.
Attack on Titan is starting to sort of creep in there, but
Yeah.
that was one that I'm able to
I mean,
binge.
I may have watched a lot of shows, but you still have me beat because I haven't watched Hunter x Hunter yet.
Oh, let's
Oh,
go.
you haven't?
No,
I'm gatekeeping you now.
Well,
Yeah.
Aiden can gate.
I am being
What's your real name?
gatekept.
I'm gonna do that a lot by accident.
Yeah.
Rolu can gatekeep me even
Oh
because
man,
he
already
has
slipped
watched...
up.
Yeah. Yep. He has watched Full Metal Alchemist, and I haven't.
You know, the funny thing about that is that I think there are 70 something episodes. I watched like 65 of them, and then I sort of went into a phase where I just wasn't really interested in anime for a couple years, and I stopped watching, and so I never actually saw the end of it. But then I started getting back into it
That's
recently,
hilarious.
and just like haven't had the opportunity to finish the rest of it. But yeah, I
Yeah,
have
because
totally
now it's like you've seen so much of it, but you're missing just the end, and you probably forgot
Yeah.
most of it. So you're gonna have to
Yep.
watch the whole thing all over.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like getting to the end of a game and then abandoning it, and then having to start all the way over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A very relatable experience. I've done that twice with Dragon Quest XI. Even though, I mean, I have the trophy for beating it, I just do not remember ever beating a final boss or seeing credits.
Yeah. I once, this is a big tangent, but years ago, so when I was like a kid, there was like a young adult novel series called Pendragon that I really liked. And in total it got up to 10 books, but
Mhm.
you know, when I was watching it as a kid, I think I started when there were like 3 or 4 books out, and then read it as new ones came out for a bunch of years. But then by the time it actually finished, I was like kind of out of that phase of reading that kind of media. But one day I'm at the library and I happened to see like the final Pendragon book sitting on a
Ooh.
shelf, and I'm like, oh, like that's cool. I think I read up to 9, but
There
I
it
like
is.
stopped paying attention by the time the 10th one came out. So I like grabbed that, I started reading it, and the whole time I'm reading it, I'm getting like these really weird feelings of like deja vu, and I'm thinking like,
I
oh, I
remember
think at
this.
for a while I was like, I think at the end of the 9th there was like a preview chapter for the
Oh,
last one. So it's like,
Oh,
that must be where I'm coming from. But it kept happening, kept happening. And finally, I got to one particular scene where I was like, no, I've definitely read this entire book before and literally forgot it existed.
yeah,
that's really
yeah,
funny.
that'll happen.
Yep.
That happens to me from time to time.
So really, when Attack on Titan first started, when the first season came out, that was in 2013. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe you were conscious of it at that time because you were pretty young.
5 years old.
Um, I think I started watching it 2014, 2015. So I wasn't conscious of it when it started coming out, but it was one of those things where I would be bored sitting in our basement, just like watching TV, and then I would go on demand, and I saw like, oh, what's this funny little show right here? It looks pretty cool. It's not really funny. That's
Uh-huh.
Oh, that looks pretty nice.
um
This,
Wow.
this
uh
goofy little show.
yeah, and so I started watching it on demand on our TV, and so it was like the English dub, and it was entertaining, and I enjoyed it. But also, they didn't have all the episodes, so I was watching it almost completely out of order.
Uh-huh.
And so eventually, um, I remember you bringing it up at some point a year or two later, and I was like, "Oh, I think I've watched some of that." And then I went back and I watched the first season all the way through in the English sub.
So would
And
that have been
so
before the second season came out?
I think I think I um I think I went and rewatched it with the English sub right before the third season came out.
Okay.
So I watched season one and then I kind of forgot about it. And then season two happened. And then you mentioned it or something. And I went back and watched season one and two and joined back in as season three was coming out.
Got it.
It was like season.
Yeah.
The gap between season 1 and 2 was huge. It was like
Yeah,
4 years.
4 years, right.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to remember now, like, it was a fairly big deal for like an airing show when season one started, but it felt really to me like it was only around the start of season four that I noticed Attack on Titan being such a huge fucking thing.
Like,
You know,
Yeah.
does that
bedrock.
line up with your recollection?
No, it definitely does because I was one of only a couple of my friends who actually watched the first two seasons. And so when the news of season four came out, um, my friend Ethan and I, who were the only ones who had actually watched the show, went back and had all of our friends watch it together, and we caught everybody back up. And some of my friends have like continued to watch, and others of my friends have just abandoned it after they caught up to season four. But that was that was the first wave where I can really remember a ton of people getting into it.
Okay. So then let's start pivoting more towards the stuff that's actually been happening in the show so far. Like
Yeah.
so just from like season 4 forwards, how have you felt about like the way that the show has developed? Because I feel like even up to the end of season 3, it was still like very recognizably the same story as at the beginning. But
Yeah.
if you like watch the first 2 episodes of the show and then watch
And
like
then skip to this.
and then skip to this, you'd be like, what the fuck is happening?
What happened?
Yeah, it's changed so much. I mean, I honestly, I was not a huge fan of the way the first half of season four was unfolding. Like, I love the story, I love the character development and everything like that. But I felt like um, I felt like it had skipped so much time that it was really tough to sort of follow exactly what was going on. And I remember when you and I were watching, we watched every episode of the first half of season four together. And when we were watching,
Mhm.
we would have to pause and like talk about it for a pretty good amount of time after every episode finished so we could actually try to make some sense of what was going on. And I really enjoyed it, but I think that this second half of season four has done a much better job of keeping us on like a straight line path, and has, I mean, as somebody who's not like a super sophisticated viewer, especially of anime, I'm keeping my attention pretty easily now, and it's a lot more intriguing, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So, I think the big thing, like the last few streams that we've done, I've been kind of the naysayer on a lot of the stuff.
The grumbler.
Yes, I've been the grumbling.
Yeah, you haven't liked the pacing recently, right?
I've been really frustrated with the pacing. Like, I got into this whole thing on our Discord.
I'm starting to join you there.
Yeah. I got into this whole thing on our Discord last
Jesus
night
Christ.
where I was like, okay, the last 5 episodes should have been like 2.5. And I like went through very deliberately and went like almost minute by minute, like this is how everything could have been laid out. So
I didn't read that entire post, but it seemed detailed. And I feel like I agreed with most of it.
So Aaron's head gets shot off halfway through episode 78.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday's episode was number 83. I am pretty confident that they could have easily covered everything we've seen so far by like halfway through episode 81.
Yeah. Like, we didn't do one of these last week. That was like both a result of people being busy, but also not
we didn't
really
try that
anything.
hard because we were like, there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, nobody really like tried to pull in extra people because it's like, what to talk about even? Annie woke up and it's the biggest anti-climax in the world.
Yeah, and honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that like one of the big centerpieces of like the end of season 1 conflict was like all the people in the military police had no idea that Annie was the Titan. They were all shocked and betrayed. I honestly would have forgotten who the girl was who was like helping her out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot to that. And like,
was that
Annie,
Hitch?
Hitch, yeah.
Hitch. And Annie waking up in episode 82, it's not even like that was new content in the first place, because at the end of episode 81 we got the tease that she woke up anyway, so we already knew that it was going to happen,
and it's in the OP conflict. Like they show her thawing in the OP.
Yeah
like we knew it was going to happen, plus it's the last season. If they did nothing with her, that would be the biggest Chekhov's character of all time.
Yeah, I think a big part of my frustration with the previous episode, the Annie one. So I think the most egregious thing was that her backstory was really long and not good. But also, like, when Annie froze herself way back at the end of season 1, that felt huge because we really had no idea like what that meant.
No, she felt like the key to a bigger mystery, and she just made herself like inaccessible until she deems necessary.
Yeah, and now she's come back, and it's like
nothing matters.
Things have escalated so far that like the user of the female Titan doesn't feel like it matters anymore.
Yeah,
and
nothing she knows or is capable of matters.
Right.
Everything's been blown wide open since then.
Yeah, and on your point about her backstory being too long and just not really making any sense, to dissect it a little bit, the fact that her like adoptive father or whatever was this huge jerk to her, and then like out of nowhere, this one moment right before she was sent to the island, like him crying and like showing how much he cares about her, like it doesn't show any sort of direction to how she got to a point where she can really believe that he cares.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, I was expecting her reaction to his outburst to be like, "What? Whatever, old man."
Yeah,
me too.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I thought the whole point of that story was going to be that like once she left, it was her whole sort of like becoming independent and not really caring what other people think, and it was the complete opposite.
Right.
She always came off as a like devil may care. Like, I do what I deem necessary.
Yeah.
Screw the plan. I have my plan. And I was
exactly.
like, oh,
and
she's got a daddy. She's got to go home to daddy.
Yeah, if they were trying to build that like connection from back in Marley, they could have gone so many different directions with her family backstory. And even if they had stuck with the same basis that she was thrown out on the street and some random guy like picked her up and started like teaching her, they could have done that in a much more like sensible way, and in a way that actually sort of built to that sentiment that she wants to go back and help him.
Mhm.
Totally. And it was weird too because we've seen her dad before in like the Marley like containment zone parts of the story.
Have we?
And
I was
he
just thinking
has-
about that. Have we seen him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
shown up like kind of in the background.
Oh, okay. So we didn't
on
know
a few
it was
things
him.
like he hasn't done anything important, but there have been a few times that like a character has shown up and they've been like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Leonhardt," and you're kind of like supposed to infer.
Oh.
Yeah.
But like when we've seen him in those scenes, he's just been like a nice guy.
Yeah.
And so when she starts her backstory and she's like, I was raised by this guy who abused me constantly
Who
and saw me
beat
only
me
as a
to
tool.
shit every single
Yeah,
day.
I was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
What?
Really?
And so the fact that her backstory doesn't reflect either on her father, as we've seen him to this point, or on like her present goals, doesn't. It's weird. Like I feel like they could have replaced the entire like 10 minutes they spent on her backstory with her just saying, Hitch being like, "So Annie, now that you're awake, what do you want to do?" And her being like, "I don't care about any of this. I just want to go home to my dad."
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
And
That's
then-
all
and then
we.
it could
That's
have-
all we need to know.
Yeah, and then it could have shown just like short, like 5-second clips or like moving pictures of her like with her dad, just like
Right.
little flashbacks to her memories of how nice it was to be with
Yes.
her family.
There's definitely a sense of them, like, mining every little bit they can of every single chapter. Because was it
Yeah.
Nix who said that they're adapting
Yeah.
like one chapter per episode now?
Yeah, the past 3 episodes have all adapted one single chapter.
That's entering like One Piece levels of, okay, we gotta
know.
make sure we don't catch up to the source.
That's what I was thinking too. This is like
like they're
it's
stretching.
definitely not at One Piece level, but it's not far off.
No,
I mean,
but One
my-
Piece
my
can
whole
spend
theory-
like 7 episodes telling one chapter.
My whole theory, even since the beginning of the first part of season 4, my whole theory was that they were going to get to the end of the actual TV show and then release a movie. So
That has been rumored.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah, I honestly, and I haven't been paying attention to the rumors that much, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're slowing down the pace of the show
Yeah.
just so that they can make room at the end for like a full-length movie.
That was definitely the sense I'm starting to get, is that
Yes.
they're stretching so that they don't run out of stuff for the movie.
Yeah.
I think it was. I'm looking back at people were talking about this on Discord last night, so I'm checking the numbers exactly. But I think
How much is left?
someone said that there
actually?
are 13 chapters left
Okay, and there's how many episodes? It's like 5, 6 episodes
and like
left.
5 episodes left. Yeah.
Yeah, so if they do a
So-
chapter an episode, they'll have like 6 or 7 chapters left over for the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There are 13 chapters left.
Yeah.
And so, like, it wouldn't make any sense for them to adapt one chapter at a time,
And
for
then
the
just rush
entire middle of the
last
season,
10.
and then adapt like 3.5 chapters per episode for the
think
rest of the season.
Unless they
it'd
were
be a
going
little
to do a
dense.
special length, like hour episode at the end or
They
something.
could
like
do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm just, God, if they do a movie, we won't see it until like
We won't see it
2
for like
years.
3 years.
3 years, yeah. Well, I mean, anime movies, especially this audience type of anime movie, have been getting more Western distribution. Like we got, even my shitty little country got
That's true.
My Hero Academia in cinemas. It was like 3 showings, but it was there.
I'm trying to think now of like for the Demon Slayer movie. How long was it between when Demon Slayer season 1 ended and when like people in the West got to see Mugen Train?
It's like a year, wasn't it?
Maybe like a year and a half. Yeah. Okay. So not
year
that
and a
bad.
half. Yeah, thereabouts.
Right.
And I think for the My Hero Academia movie, it was almost immediate. It was very quick
Mm-hmm.
from that movie launching in Japan and then getting showings here. Because really, they just need to sub it. I mean, they can dub it, but that takes time. But if they get the sub, then, show it in a theater.
So, okay, yeah. I mean, a movie wouldn't be
It would be
years away.
probably a year,
But-
and then we'd have it.
Right.
I mean, the biggest key to that would just be because of how like Western consumerism works. Like they would have to make sure it gets to us sooner than later because they don't want to lose fan interest.
No, they don't want to have Requiem. Oh my god, are you aware of Requiem?
No, yeah. Rolu, have you heard about Requiem at all?
I feel like I've heard the name mentioned, but
It is a fan
Yeah, okay,
project
Panic, go ahead and explain. this.
from disgruntled fans who were dissatisfied with the official ending. So they're making their own. A 3-part manga release, like indie, completely whatever, like community made 3-part manga. And they're also animating it.
Oh wow.
It's really ambitious, honestly. I feel like
Yeah.
this is the kind of fan content that would be super cool to see done for good reasons.
Right, rather than just like whining about it,
Rather
not
than
liking
just
the ending.
spite.
Yeah. Like, could we get people this motivated to just like adapt something that deserves an adaptation but hasn't gotten one?
Yeah, like one of the Fate Grand Order stories that hasn't been turned into a movie yet. Like, if a fan project made one of those into a movie, that'd be rad.
That would be so sweet. Yeah. But no, instead
But
it's
no, we
Requiem.
got a shit on Isayama.
I believe Shaw isn't here to confirm, but I believe we still haven't actually gotten to the point where Requiem diverges from.
No,
The real
I think
thing.
that's like right. I think that's 121 out of, I don't know, 100 and almost 30 chapters. It's like right near the end. I feel like that's probably what the movie is gonna be.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the part that got retconned, quote unquote retconned by the fans.
Yeah, that's another thing too that's got me like really side-eyeing the series at this point is that like
What's gonna come first?
I've been kind of frustrated with some of the stuff that's happened in the last 5 episodes, and
What if Requiem
haven't
is
even-
better?
we haven't even gotten to the stuff yet that like made the fan base rebel. So
Dude, what if Requiem is better?
I have no idea what to expect.
What the fuck?
What if Requiem actually is better, and then I'll have to feel like an idiot for dunking on them?
I mean, it's all people, right? Like, Isayama is a person. This is being written by people who says that they can't make something better.
Yeah,
Just because he
that's
made
a
the
good
original
point.
doesn't mean he's, like, necessarily the best at it.
Right.
Death of the author. Let's go.
Can't believe the author is fucking dead.
God damn it, author.
But yeah, I don't know. What were we talking about?
I don't know. A Requiem? The movie, speculations,
Oh yeah.
and
Okay,
pacing.
let's
We were
get-
talking about pacing.
Let's get back to the actual story then.
Speaking of pacing.
Rolu, what do you think about paths?
Paths?
Yeah, tell
Love
us
walking
about
on them.
paths.
I don't even know. Like,
Based or
have
cringe?
You know, I'm honestly not too sure.
You know what we're referring to?
Not really, no.
Oh, the
So
big,
all of the like
Oh, sorry.
all of the like mind game memory stuff. Who controls like the magic of the founding?
Yeah,
Titan
where they
inside.
go into their little mind palace in the big blue desert and manipulate like past and future and stuff like that.
Got you.
That's Pats.
So, my thoughts are that I feel like I don't know. I feel like Eren was kind of trying to unlock like Ymir's freedom to do what she wanted, right? So that he could use her for his own purposes. And I honestly think that as more and more time passes, and as Ymir has more opportunities, like if we're assuming Eren just unlocked Ymir's like freedom to think and do like as she pleases without having to be commanded by someone with royal blood, like I think there could be a chance that somewhere down the line Ymir actually ends up like doing whatever the hell she wants and not even like letting Eren have control. You know?
That makes sense.
I could definitely see that being like an ending twist.
Because right now it's very much like he unlocked her freedom, but it was like, we want the same thing, right? Revenge, right?
Yeah.
And if she like
we were laughing that was like Eren was like, "No, Ymir, you don't have to be a slave." And
just do what I say.
Then immediately thereafter is like, "Okay, but real quick, just like construct 1 million more colossal titans for me."
It's like the art of the deal. He's like convincing her that what she wants is what he wants.
Right.
You've been stuck here for who the fuck knows how many millions of years building these stupid sand people. What if you did it one last time and then no more?
Right.
That's appealing to someone who's been stuck doing that shit for like eternity.
What if in Ymir's like own free will, her real desire is to just like get rid of Titans altogether?
Yeah.
Because she was like used as a tool to create Titans when she was alive.
Yeah,
and
if she has like an epiphany that she's just being used by everybody, even now.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a chance that she could actually end up just getting. I mean, I don't know if there would be a prerequisite to like get rid of all Eldians, but like if she were to just like abolish the existence of Titans,
right? Like, because it seems to be established that she builds the Titans whenever someone becomes one.
Yes.
So I could totally see it being that she decides, like, I'm done. I'm not building Titans anymore.
You know what? This job sucks.
Right.
I quit.
Yeah. I could totally believe that being the final end game.
Yeah.
Of the series.
Imagine how terrible it must be for her every single time she has to make the colossal Titan.
I know, right?
Oh my god. Again?
That's why Armin has only transformed once. He's just being considerate.
He doesn't know why, but he feels guilty.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, sometimes she does a shit job, like Connie's mom. Like, what the fuck was that, Ymir?
Yeah, so if she's building all the Titans, what's the lore explanation for the abnormals? Does she just phone those ones in?
She's like, you know what? I'm gonna call in early today. I don't really want to do this.
What if that's just like, I feel like being silly right now?
You know what if I just goofed on him super hard?
You have any idea how many people drink this motherfucker's spinal fluid? Like, I've already made 1,000 of these.
You're telling me how many?
This one doesn't get arms or legs.
Fuck it. And this one gets a really weird long neck for some reason. Because I felt like it. I mean, I feel like building anything out of sand, you can have accidents. Maybe it's like, shit, I mean, the sandcastle kind of fell together on one side. Fuck it. That's just the hill now.
Sure. Yeah, that's
He has to walk all the way back to the water to get another bucket of water. So
I have to. I can either spend a year fixing this, or it's done.
Yeah.
It's done. It's fucking done.
Yeah, as far as I can remember, there never has been any actual lore explanation for what an abnormal Titan is or why they have
they
it.
just look
So,
weird for no
so this is
reason.
as good as anything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a reflection of the personality of whoever they're turning into a Titan. It's
Yeah.
just like, this person was really weird and really annoying, so we're
Well,
going to turn him into a
they
really
do
weird
kind
person.
of look like the people they used to be. So I'm guessing
Right.
Yeah.
Ymir is like aware of their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure it looks like Aaron's mom, but with 10 times the teeth, just for fun.
And on that point, I gotta say that during the like montage battle scene a couple episodes ago, which was really sick,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was a little bit disappointed that there were no just like freaky little guy Titans.
Or the ones that are just like a couple feet taller.
Yeah, just like any of the like really weird looking abnormals.
Yeah.
All of the Titans in that one were just like huge buff dudes.
Yeah. I was also a little bit disappointed in that that animation sequence. That it felt like most of the 3DM gear animations were just like skipping frames and like blurring across the stream rather than the really like cool intricate type animations that we got in scenes like Levi at the beginning of season 3.
Mhm.
Like I was hoping that when I saw that, I was like, wow, is this what combat is going to be like going forward for the rest of the series? And then it just really hasn't been like that since then, which is, I mean, it probably took a lot of time and effort to do that scene, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit disappointing.
And this is.
Hey, do you remember when the studio that did it changed? Was that after season 3 or?
It was
before
at the
season
start of final season.
3? Okay, yeah.
Just before
So
final
there you
season.
go, Aiden. That's probably. Oh, I did it again.
Yeah.
That's probably what you were
So
seeing
that
without
was,
even
that was
knowing
Wit.
it was a thing.
The
Yeah.
goated Wit, Studio Wit. And now it's
Yep.
Mappa. Who are also good, but they're also doing 10 other anime every season.
Right.
So, like, they stretch themselves thin for no fucking reason. But here we are. And
Because
they
money.
keep up. They do a great job, all things considered.
Yeah, I still think the show obviously still looks great.
Yeah.
But but we miss the Levi chase, you know?
Yeah. It was so cool. Something that I put a lot of thought into after watching this most recent episode is that scene towards the beginning with Jean and his, or not Jean, with Connie and his mom as the Titan and Armin and Falco.
Mhm.
I feel like with Armin, we're running into the same like circle of Armin that we always do, where it's like he's being a bitch and can't really like come to terms with the fact that he's like scared and just like giving up, and then he like has some like stroke of genius and then gets a huge burst of like courage and confidence, and then it just cycles right back to like not believing in himself anymore. And I feel like that cycle has started all over again for like the millionth time. And I was honestly kind of hoping that when he jumped, I was hoping that would turn out to be like just like the end of his character arc, because his character arc has been the same thing over and over again. But
I thought for a second they might actually do it.
They had me for a split second. Like, are they really? Nah.
Yeah, but I also feel like like you said earlier, we've only seen Armin's Colossal Titan one time, which is such a disappointment. Like,
Yeah.
He's had it for.
Well, he's not a fighter. He's
over
not like
one season.
he doesn't want to use that thing, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, just the destruction that comes with transforming is against his nature.
Right.
Yeah,
no, I mean you're totally right.
Yeah.
But it would be sick.
It's cool.
It's fucking rad. Come on. I feel like the whole
Like
thing is
I would have
gonna.
loved if during the like fight scene montage when they're defending the fort from all the pure titans, if he had just like transformed then and just like ground them all
Just
into a paste.
Bodied every single Titan there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna culminate in him as Colossal Titan fighting big Centipede Eren, because honestly, he's the only Titan big enough to do it.
Well, Centipede Eren is still like 3 times the size of the
He's
other
still
colossal
massive,
titans.
but fucking imagine Annie, the female Titan, just like Shadow of the Colossus running along his back.
Yeah.
That would be cool, actually. Let's do that. that would be cool. They make some kind of a Titan-sized sword, and she has to literally Shadow of the Colossus take him down.
Titan-sized 3DM gear.
Oh, there we
my
go.
God.
Now you're talking.
That would be
Now you're talking. Yeah. I'm on board.
Dude, what if it's all the Titans at the end doing like...
Right, because all the colossal titans are big enough that like a normal sized titan could totally 3DM between them.
Yeah. That's perfect.
All right,
just
this is
shell off.
this
all
is the only
hardening.
thing I will accept now.
If this isn't in the real show, and if it isn't in Requiem, then we're making a third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like have Reiner transform over and over again and just shave off all of his armor and then forge it into just massive like Titan hardening 3DM gear that Annie uses to defeat all of the Titans.
Yeah,
No.
I mean there must be some point to them bringing up that plot point about Parody having all the magic rocks, right? Surely there was some point to the magic rocks.
I completely forgot about that.
They use them to power their EDM.
That's what
3DM
powers
gear
the
now,
3DM
right?
gear, yeah.
Yeah. I think that might just be it.
Oh, okay. Well, if they don't bring that back, surely there will be relevance to Mikasa secretly being the princess of Japan.
Nah. Well, the relevance
sure
there is
that
going to
has
be
to have
that
something to do with it.
Fantasy Japan is going to get demolished, and now she's actually like a regent. She's going to be a royal. A monarch of nothing. Where's your crown, king? Nothing.
Dank JoJo reference there.
No, it's metallic. It's a song.
King Nothing is
God,
a stand-in.
I know.
Part 8.
Everything is a fucking stand.
Yep.
It's unbearable. All the good music has been ruined by JoJo.
What else happened in the last couple episodes? Very little.
Annie ate pie. Cutely.
Annie did eat pie.
Like a pig.
She scarfed it all down. Did she actually accidentally sit next to them?
I guess so.
And they're just like, oh, maybe Annie is up, and she's like choking on her food.
Yeah.
Oh shit! God damn it! They found me. Oh, never mind. I guess we're friends. I mean, that was some very like early Attack on Titan, like Sasha type humor.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think that was the point. Yeah,
It was welcome though. It was a nice little throwback.
exactly. It was like, and it was a nice little break from all of the
From
world
Connie
ending
be
and
feeling
everything.
bad about almost killing a child and his friend.
Yeah.
So now they go have dinner and laugh at Annie and pretend nothing happened. Oh, look at her eating like a pig. Ha ha ha. Aren't we having fun? We're such good friends, right?
Everybody's cool here.
Everybody's cool, right?
The other
wait,
thing that happened.
Oh, go ahead.
What? The other thing
go
that
ahead.
happened was in the scene with Jean and Yelena and Flock and I don't know how to pronounce.
Onion coupon.
Oh,
Onyankopon.
Onyankopon? Yeah.
Yeah. Like it made sense after they got like spit out into that little lake thing, like how they explained why he didn't kill Yelena. Because my first thought when that happened was like, why would you shoot the ground when you could just kill Yelena? Like she's only been a problem this whole time. But then my thought once they explained it was like, wait a second, why didn't he just like
Shoot Flock.
turn and shoot the last bullet at Flock. And, like,
I was
Why
just
did he
thinking
push? Why did he push Flock out of the way?
Also, that
Yeah.
because
Well, no,
because
because
the card titan
they
wasn't
weren't
gonna
gonna kill
eat Flock. It was gonna take
I guess so.
Jean,
Yeah. Okay.
John.
Yeah.
Peak couldn't have real quick just crushed Flock too.
Just real quick, like with thumb.
Couldn't have
like,
taken 1 second to get rid of that guy.
Fuck you.
Or if when she opened her mouth, Hanji was in there with a pistol and just like popped him.
Yeah.
That would have been a lot to unpack.
Like between the teeth, like a rampart.
I guess the point of that whole scene was like to fake Jean's death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Why did they take Yelena?
Because
yeah,
the,
Magath and Peak said that they wanted her for something like to answer for her
they
crimes
wanted
or
her.
something like that.
They
wanted her alive, but
They
I don't
never-
know why.
They never explained why.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
okay, yeah.
I was
Here's-
thinking I
here's-
maybe missed something.
When they when they were kind of explaining who she was, like they showed how she had been like lurking around the military areas and the boats and stuff, and she basically smuggled herself onto Parody. So I'm thinking like maybe there's some problems that she was causing within the military, or like back in Marley that she was escaping from, or like I don't know, maybe she was causing some kind of uproar.
And
or
also,
whatever
they're
that they
like
want her to
they're
answer for.
Marleyan soldiers, and she just like backstabbed all of Marley.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, isn't the way she got onto Parody that she like sells out the boat that she was on?
I think so.
I think I remember that being.
Yeah,
a thing.
everybody else is taken prisoner, I think, except
Yes.
her.
Oh,
Although, did
because-
she really backstab Marley? Like, her plan was to go along with Zeke, and Zeke's plan was to euthanize all Eldians.
Yeah, it's funny they are still
Which is
treating
still, like,
Zeke
very
like
pro
a
Marley
traitor
move.
to Marley, but you know, his plan's probably like if he had just told Marley what he wanted to do, they probably would have supported him.
Alright, so guys, I have a
They
plan.
wouldn't have supported him. They wouldn't have supported him because the whole basis of their power comes from controlling.
Oh
Titan
no, you're
powers.
right.
So
You're right.
if he had told them he was going to euthanize all of Eldia, then they would have flipped their shit and fed him to someone because they need the power of the Titans.
Yeah,
to
that's a good point.
remain
That's a good point.
relevant within the world.
Do they?
Yeah.
Why-
That's like the whole basis of their like military prowess. Like at
Yeah,
the
it's like
beginning of
Marley
season
became,
4,
like,
Oh,
huge
that's
empire
true. Yeah,
because
they
they
have
had
the
to-
Yeah.
Titans themselves. That's right.
Right.
I
At the-
forgot
at the
because
beginning
so
of the
many of
final-
them belong to Eren now. He has like more than
Yeah.
half.
Because
Collapse
there was
block
a conflict that like if they didn't get the power of all of the Titans from Parody, like the rest of the world was catching up, like in terms of technology, and they finally had like anti-Titan like cannons and stuff like that, and so they were like last ditch trying to get all the Titan powers so that they could like stay on top and not worry about the
Yeah.
advancement.
And
of
in the
rest
attempt
world.
of getting all the Titan powers, they kept losing Titan powers.
Right.
Yeah.
Collapse block in chat a while ago now said that Levi is alive BTW, which is a great point. I
He
had
is.
forgotten about that.
Local
but-
man too angry to die, hence the title of the episode.
Yes. When I saw that was the title of the episode, I legit didn't know what you were referring to.
Oh,
But
I was talking about Levi taking another like lethal blow to the face and somehow just being fine. His haircut still perfect.
Yeah.
He's his same old grumpy self. He apparently
I'm
got
interested.
stitched through the eyelid,
Yeah.
but I guess he still has his eye. I don't really know how that works.
Eye patch Levi.
punished Levi.
He also got stitched through the mouth, so I don't know how he's talking because it looked like Hanji like sewed his mouth shut.
Pure anger.
He's
like,
so
speaking
angry, he's
out-
lost the ability to speak out his nose.
50% something, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
I do love when Magath is like, why shouldn't I just kill you? He's like, I literally can't stop you, so
I
if you want
guess
to do that,
I guess you could
Fine.
if you really wanted to.
but literally all I care about is Zeke dying.
Round 4, baby.
Let's
Let's
go!
go.
I'm
It's a
curious to
fucking.
see
It's the
what he
monkey
does.
ball.
The monkey ball.
So are we gonna in the historical Zeke Levi matchup chart. Are we going to give Zeke a win for that one?
No way.
Or is it still 3-0 Levi?
What is Zeke up to right now?
No idea. We haven't seen him.
Have we not seen him since?
I'm pretty sure they
Nope.
mentioned that Aaron is. I think Hanji said that, like they suspect that Aaron is holding him captive so he can use the Founding Titan's powers.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's probably like caged up within that giant skeleton.
How does he feel about all this? Like he got boomed pretty hard.
Right. Bamboozled.
Absolutely hornswoggled. Right?
Yeah.
Fumbled right at the finish line.
Yeah.
It's like a big part of the reason why I've been so frustrated with the pacing the last bunch of episodes is because I really just want to see what's happening with Zeke and Aaron, but especially Zeke.
Yes, especially Aaron. I want to see what he's up to.
Yeah,
how's the rumbling going, dude? What's the look from the front of that fucking convoy?
I want to know how far they've gotten because it's been like 3-4 episodes since he started the rumbling, and we still have no idea how like far away.
Well, the last Titans just left the area.
Yeah, but it's been like a full day.
Yes, and also Marley is like right there, and the whole point of
it's close enough to get there by airship.
Yeah,
right. So I don't know. It's kind of maybe deliberately ambiguous how far away Marley is. But...
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like the Colossal Titans move that fast. Like,
I mean, they got a big stride though.
Yeah. Well, when we had the shots of them like walking in the background this episode and like people riding horses in the foreground, it looked like the horses could outpace the Titans.
Yeah. So how far is it on horseback, I guess?
I don't know, but I mean, it was far enough from the city to the ocean that like nobody had managed to get there in years.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it took them forever just to get to the edge.
Right.
Well, there was also
so
the issue
distance.
There's also the issue that they didn't have the ability to kill enough Titans to get all the way there. So
yeah, that's true.
We really have no idea.
So I think we can conservatively estimate that it'll take them at least a week to get from the walls to Marley.
I think that's like the most it'll take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if the ones at the front like trip and the rest have to go around, sure. Like imagine the fucking nightmare if one of them falls over. Damn. I like this step of the Mariana Trench, just like gone.
Colossal Titan domino effect.
Yeah, like one of the one at the very back falls and just like knocks over everyone else. The tumbling.
The tumbling. That's the plan. That's how Aaron is going to crush the entire world. Is they're just going to spread out evenly.
It's just Star Wars. They're gonna fly around with rope, tie it around their legs. They did that to a Titan once, didn't they?
Yeah.
What am I thinking
rings
of?
a bell.
Or maybe I'm thinking of Hercules. He does that to the big one at the end.
Season 1. I think they did that in season 1.
I'm just happy that they can finally all sleep. Imagine trying to sleep with like the rumbling going on, leaving town.
Yeah.
You think a Canadian trucker convoy is bad? Try this.
One more thing I want to dunk on from the shitty Connie subplot.
Oh yeah,
is when he saves Armin's life, right?
Yeah,
and then he's like, Armin, you idiot! What were you thinking? Don't you realize that if you made her the Colossal Titan, like she'd just suffer more? Like, okay, Connie, and if she was the Jaw Titan, she'd be totally fine.
I think his point there was that she would be miserable for having killed Connie's friend, not some stranger. Like she knows Armin. Yeah, maybe. I
thought it was about like.
No, because I had the same thought. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because the Jaw Titan has more versatile use, whereas the Colossal Titan is transform and destroy. Like
Right.
I feel like Connie wouldn't want his mother to be the tool of mass destruction.
Yeah. And definitely doesn't have to worry about anybody with the Jaw Titan beating anyone in a fight.
They always get fucked. Like,
Yeah.
Porco got shit on every single fight. Because
The
he got
only
used
thing
as a
Porco
juicer
ever
once.
did was
He
get
got-
his ass beat by
He
Eren
got used as a
over and over
nutcracker to kill the Warhammer Titan.
Yeah.
What if this all culminates in Falco eating Eren?
Falco becomes like the Alpha Titan god with all 7 of them.
Yeah.
Now I am become.
How many
Attack on
of
Titan.
do we now have every Titan either in Eren or in like the ragtag big damn hero squad assembled?
I think so, yeah.
Because Eren has 3 of them.
Eren has more,
And
doesn't
then
he?
what's that?
Eren has the Founder, Attack, and
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Doesn't he have more? I guess
I think
not.
just those 3. Because then and then the
Cart,
squad
yeah,
has Cart armored colossal female.
Jaw.
Yes.
I guess, yeah.
Oh wait, there are 9 Titans, not 7.
There's
So which
9.
one
What's
is
the
what are we
9th?
missing? We're missing one.
Founder, Attack, Warhammer, Jaw, Female, Armor, Cart, Colossal? That's 8.
Colossal. Yeah.
We're still forgetting one.
Oh man.
What the fuck is the 9th?
Oh, when the delay ends and chat catches up to us, someone is definitely going to
Attack on Titan.
definitely going to tell us very quickly.
Titans.
Please. Please.
Founding Armor,
Beast,
Attack,
Beast.
God
Yes.
damn it.
Thank you, Block. Thank you, Block.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that's
so the Beast is
one.
still with Zeke. That's the one.
Yeah.
Monkey.
Get the beast.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
It was
Yeah.
like... well, I
That was like one of
forgot.
those-
I forgot all about Zeke. I guess. I don't know. Hilarious.
Yeah, so I guess everything is like in position now.
I'm hoping Reiner just goes back to sleep. Like, he doesn't... Guys, come on. Can't just wake me up with this shit.
Yeah. The worst thing that could possibly happen to Reiner, someone wakes him up to say, "Come on, we're gonna go save the world."
Get in, bitch.
He's
We're
like,
going
"No,
shopping.
not again. Just let me die.
Just stop. Shoot me. Eat me. Feed me to Connie's
feed
mom.
me to Levi."
Why couldn't it be me? Take me to Connie's mom. Let her have me.
Yeah.
No one even considered it. You know what? Reiner actually kind of wants to die. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe take him over there.
Do you
Plus
think
his-
he'll be
Nobody
able to
wants
like
him to die.
re-harden?
What?
Do you think he'll be able to like re-harden now that the hardening has been undone? Or is he just like the naked Titan now?
I don't know.
I'm sure he'll be able to reharden.
Maybe it was just like
his-
a temporary like nullification. But then Annie could
Yeah,
go back.
his entire Titan would just be useless if he couldn't harden.
Like, I guess the only reason Annie didn't go back into a crystal is that there's no need to.
Yeah.
Or maybe she couldn't. I don't think she even tried.
She probably saw the vision.
Yeah, she had the
She
vision.
did. Yes.
She's like, oh, well, shit, the cat's out the bag now. No point in trying to hide.
Yeah.
Imagine being Annie. She like wakes up after years of being like conscious in cryostasis, and then is like, "No, I'm just gonna say no to this one," and refreezes herself.
Bruh. Let's go have pie. Oh, shit, they found me. God damn it. Yeah, I think that's all I had. Like, it's 2 episodes, not a whole lot of progress
Yeah,
was made, honestly. Annie's
I-
back.
it feels like we've hit the point where stuff can start happening again.
I would love it.
So I hope that the
So.
remaining episodes this season do not feel as painfully slow as the last bunch did.
I mean, I'm still engaged. I'm still like not on my seat. It's not like
I'm definitely
hold
still
on.
invested.
Hold on to
No doubt about that.
Yeah. But I was still watching, like, it's still interested in what's happening. It's just not, like, blowing me away anymore.
Uh-huh. So, okay. I think we've said all that we have to say.
Yes.
Any last thoughts?
No. What's that?
Falco Gabby marriage when?
Time skip, they're married.
Oh, did you ship that?
Well, no, because you're only a Titan for 7 years, and then you die.
That's true.
So they'd have
Or
to
is it
cure Titanism,
13?
I guess.
Some number. Of
Oh, wait, was it more? I thought it was only 7.
I think it's 13.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think
Whatever.
It's 13.
It's like Reiner is coming up on the end of his term.
Right.
So is Eren.
I love that scene a bunch of episodes ago now where Falco is like, he's just like, listen, before we go anywhere else, I've got to say, Gabby, I love you. And she's
Gabby,
like,
I
what
love
the
you.
fuck are you talking about?
Not now, you goddamn. This is embarrassing, not in front of Reiner. God damn it.
Like, this could not be any worse time for this.
But maybe that's what got her to hit so good with the big gun.
Yeah.
Or whatever. The power of love.
Family.
Family. It's about family.
Family.
And that's what's so powerful about it.
Yep. All right. And on that note, I think we're done here.
We're Kev Johnson, we're done here.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us, Rolu.
Yeah, no problem.
And
It's
thank
fun.
you to everyone who has listened and will listen to the playback. Playback the VOD, you know what I mean.
I can't believe people listen to my brother talk about things.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
Right? I mean, and
Sometimes it's hard to believe myself.
we might be back next week, depending on how much happens in the episode, I suppose. Other than that,
Yeah,
we got...
I'm gonna say it. Most likely, we will have an episode next week. It would be like really shocking and disappointing
if nothing happens.
if nothing happens.
Yeah, it's another kind of drag of an episode.
Funny.
Yeah.
That would kind of blow. I'm gonna bet, put money on us having an episode next week. And if not, we still have another episode coming out Saturday, I think. Special one. I'm not gonna say what it is, but
Yeah,
it's good.
a little bit of stuff to look forward. We have
some normal pod content.
Yeah. 2 podcasts recorded now that need to be edited.
Probably. Maybe
Think
3.
so.
If
There's the one you guys just recorded yesterday, and then Maz and Bex did one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, all right. Look forward to
Look forward to
more
that.
content. More content.
Content. more content for the content machine.
Okay.
Anyway.
Thank you again, everyone. Peace
Yeah.
out. We'll catch you next
See
time.
ya.
See you next week.